Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Incursio the Gamer Dungeons & Dragons quick build video. Today we have with us Night Awls Gregor, the new Gregor Walpurgisnaught ID. Now, of course, before we go into the D&D build for today, let's first go over who he is. A Limbus ID, a Walpurgisnaught ID. He is a Tremor Bleed, so, what is that, Blemmer? Additionally, he applies some Deep Wound, which is a little bit of a unique effect. And he also has this, nice skill 1 too, that he just, it's an unclashable. It's great. It's lovely. Looking at his stats, really brutal, offensive stats. Not so much defensive-wise. He's a glass cannon. I like this term. And he also has this skill 3 too. Not really what I'm looking at, though. What I do like is that, Mercy, over and over and over again. In addition to that, a little bit of Pierce power up, defense power down, and what else? Defense level down, I think, and some fatal wound, deep wound, stuff like that. But yeah, real good ID. Let's get into the D&D build. Night Awls Gregor, male, variant human, rogue 5, fighter 1. Looking at this, Scion of the 3 something. I don't have that book. Now, of course, this is a little bit of a special scenario, a little bit of a special case, because, I didn't fully come up with today's build. As a matter of fact, I did receive quite a bit of help. Looking into it, give me a quick second. It was the hilarious original name 4624. There we go. They were the one who actually made today's build, and they wrote it all in a big comment, and honestly, looked kind of good. Looked kind of really good. So had to homebrew the Scion of the 3 rogue subclass, and yes, I have to use the updated rules, but it's alright. And fighter, no subclass, level 1. Remember, I only build level 6. I leave it to you to build from here on out. Stat-wise, dexterity and intelligence. Those are going to be your higher stats. I got pretty lucky with the rolls, not going to lie. Got a straight 18, I think a 17 here. But the rest kind of fall into place. 14, 12, 13, 7. For your other stats, initiative 5, armor class 16, not the best, hit points 40, resistance to poison, walking speed 30. You're going to be a variant human, so you get a free little feat. But yeah, glass cannon stats. Not that much health, not the highest AC you've ever seen, especially for a melee class. Saving throws, intelligence and dexterity, proficiencies. 14, 17, 17 for passive senses, respectively, as he is the Night Awls Capitano. He should have some relatively good skills in his skill set. Here are your proficiencies. Let's talk skills. Acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception. You take rogue first. That's why you have so many proficiencies. Now, getting into the bread and butter, the meat of our meal, the actions, the bonus actions, the reactions, etc. I've been saying etc. so much, it's like how often Night Awls Gregor uses Mercy. Like every turn when you're doing a human encounter. But anyways, you have your rapier, which is going to be reflecting, I believe, that little sword he uses, based off of Alan from Library of Ruina. Let's see, I think he uses like a stiletto, I think, which is a dagger at the end of the day, but I put the dagger as his leg weapon, which is what the hilarious original name suggested. And then rapier or short sword. You could honestly take short sword. It has martial finesse, vex, and I believe one other trait. But I like rapier more. I'm not one to metagame. I say here as I have the full channel just dedicated to that. But anyways, you also have your dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, shove. And the big part of this is your vex from rapier, vex from short sword, sap, nick. All of these things are really, really good. Things that we don't have with the older classes. And lastly, of course, sneak attack, bloodthirst. If your sneak attack hits a bloodied creature, they take 3 extra damage. That's honestly pretty good. Looking at, how 3 damage stacks up over time, and when you get, more attacks per turn with fighter, you're gonna get, I think you can only sneak attack once per turn. But anyways, moving on from that, you have your second wind, you have cunning action, and steady aim. You're not really going to be using steady aim at most of the time, mostly cunning action, second wind. Additionally, with your actions, your dagger is the leg attack. Later down the line, when you do have, say, more attack actions per turn, you can use the leg more often. But the rapier is what you're here for most of the time. Reactions is also where the leg comes in. Not opportunity attack, sentinel attack, but I like teleport, bloodthirst. This is what comes with the rogue subclass, the UA, what are the 3? Scion of the 3, right. When an enemy is reduced to 0 hit points, Take the reaction, teleport to an unoccupied space within 30 feet, make 1 melee attack. That is Mercy, and that is where the leg comes in. Now, of course, you can use the rapier, but I like the leg. The leg's kind of cool, otherwise you wouldn't really be using it. I know in-game, Mercy is used when the core body parts, whatnot, is reduced to 20% of its maximum hit points, but, you know, you're not one to... Yeah, D&D's not exactly as flexible as Limbus Company. And Uncanny Dodge. For your others, you have Sneak Attack, 3d6, good stuff. Piercer's Critical, Piercer's Reroll, Sneak Attack Poison, which comes attack with the Scion of the 3, Trip, and Withdraw. Beautiful stuff. Limited use, you've seen it all. So let's go to spells. You just have Blade Ward because of your Rogue subclass. Now, you extend your hand, blah, blah, blah. Resistance to damage. Now, I do know that Awls Gregor in Limbus Company is a glass cannon. He's not very, tanky. But you could maybe flavor Blade Ward as equipping the latest... Oh gosh, what was that ego skill called? Allow me to recollect myself for a moment, but I believe it was the... Oh god, Arcanites events, there we go. Brilliant Glory, flowing, there we go. That one, Brilliant Glory Gregor. Brilliant Glory Gregor, that ego. Resistance to all damage, he becomes a tank, no matter what ID you have strapped on him. So that's pretty nice stuff. Inventory, you have your dagger, leg, leather, rapier, thieves' tools, and your backpack full of stuff, as well as some gold. I mean, he was the Capitano, he should be a little bit wealthy. Features and traits, let's start with our class features. You have your rogue first. Insight, perception, athletics, acrobatics. You take insight and athletics, that's what I personally like. Sneak attack, thieves can't. You take vex with rapier, dagger, all the good stuff. Cunning action. Now, Scion of the 3. You gain bloodthirst. That's what you're mostly here for. Dread allegiance. I took Ball. In past campaigns, I have, taken Ball's dagger as a weapon. Before like final fights and all that. For those who don't know what it is, I mean, my GM at the time just made it a normal +3 dagger. But anyways, ignoring that. Another reason why I chose it is the Blade Ward cantrip. Resistance to poison is, just a nice little fun trait. But poison could theoretically be flavored as bleed, if you want it to, as well as piercer, ability score improvement. Cunning strikes, all great. You have poison, trip, and withdraw, as well as your uncanny dodge. For your fighter class, now you take that next, try to get it up to maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. All these levels are good. You could also do 3 and 3. For fighting style, of course, 2-weapon fighting, you have the dagger, you have the rapier. You take scimitar, war pick, and short sword if you want war pick to be your leg. Technically all right. Short sword if you don't want to use rapier, and scimitar if short sword and rapier are not to your liking. And that's pretty much it there. Species traits as variant human. History skill, Elvish language, and sentinel feat. As you can see the language here, deep speech, Elvish, thieves can't, common. Not a lot of options. I would maybe choose undercommon next time, but as for now, this will do. For feats, you have Piercer from your rogue, 2-weapon fighting from fighter. Yes, 2-weapon fighting style, my bad. Sentinel from variant human, and Savage Attacker from soldier. You have a lot of feats, and you're only level 6. Pretty good stuff. Background, dex, and characteristics, lawful neutral, male, golden brown eyes, medium size, about 5'6". That's how much Gregor is. 132 pounds, around 35 years old, white skin, brown hair, and he's with the Night Owls this time. As for the rest of the stuff, personality, add whatever you want to appearance, notes, and extras. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Night Owls Gregor. Now, I will say I am playing Lobotomy Corporation now. I bought both Library and Lob Corp when they were on sale, 55 and 66% off respectively. And oh man, Lob Corp is hard. Dude, I'm on day 13. I've already got a WoW abnormality just cuz. I got really unlucky with my pulls. But the games are really fun. And I'm still in the Limbus grind. I got both of the Walpurgisnaught IDs, so I might do an Ishmael video soon. But for now, I'm going to focus on Lei Hung. His boss build is what I have mostly in mind at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And is there anything else I can remember? I mean, yeah, share the channel with other people who are into Limbus or D&D. Thank you so much. Put comments down below what you want to see next. And that'll be it. goodbye and good night.